A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 54. The review for today covers the ideas from Lesson 16 to 20 as follows. Lesson 16. I have no neutral thoughts. Lesson 17. I see no neutral things. Lesson 18. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Lesson 19. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. And Lesson 20. I am determined to see.
Lesson 54 is a review lesson. It helps you remember lessons 16 through 20. These lessons teach that your thoughts matter and that they affect you and others too. There are no neutral thoughts because every thought has an effect. They also teach that you are not alone in your thinking. What you think helps shape how you feel and how the world looks. Lesson 54 reminds you that you can choose to see differently. You can decide to see with kindness instead of fear. Lesson 54 helps you practice being willing to change your thoughts so you can feel more peaceful inside.
Lesson 16. I have no neutral thoughts. All thoughts have power. There are no neutral ones. They either create a false world or guide me to the real one. Every thought has an effect.
Jesus teaches that all thoughts create something. They either shape the false world of specialness or help us reach the real world by undoing the ego. The problem is, we often block out the effects of our thoughts. Because of this, we forget we even have thoughts, or a mind that chooses them.
The world I see comes from my mistaken thoughts. When I let those mistakes be corrected, I will see the real world.
The real world comes from forgiveness. It is a state of mind where all ego thoughts are gone. We do not choose it directly. It appears naturally when we let go of guilt and choose against the ego.
My thoughts are either true or false. They cannot be both. What I see will show me which they are.
We can choose either heaven or hell, but not both. If we believe in something other than God, we are choosing against Him. To know what we have chosen, we must watch how we see the world. Our thoughts will always show us if we've picked truth or illusion, heaven or hell.
Lesson 17. I see no neutral things. What I see shows me what I think. Without thoughts, I would not exist because life is thought. The world I see reflects my mind. Since my mind can change, the world I see can change too.
Jesus repeats an important lesson. The world we see reflects our own minds. He teaches that we cannot change the world, but we can change how we see it. The world is not something outside of us. It is a picture of our thoughts. If we understand this, we can change our minds and see differently. Jesus also reminds us that we are one with God. Whether we see ourselves as separate or as Christ, we are still one Son of God.
Lesson 18. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. If I have no private thoughts, I cannot see a private world. Even the idea of separation had to be shared to create this world. But in the end, it was a sharing of nothing.
Even though separation is not real, we still believe in it. But in truth, the Son of God is still one. That is why forgiveness is so important. When I forgive you, I see that we are not separate. We both need to wake up from the dream of guilt and fear. Forgiving one person helps heal everyone because there is only one Son of God.
My real thoughts are shared with everyone. Just as thoughts of separation bring more separation, my real thoughts awaken truth in others. When I see the real world, they will see it too.
My job is not to heal, change, or teach others in the usual way. My job is to remind them that they can make the same choice I have, to wake up from the dream of fear. When I choose separation, I show others that separation is real. My anger and fear tell them they are right to believe in it. But when I choose love and forgiveness, I remind them of the truth. Forgiveness does not need words or actions. It even reaches those who are no longer here because minds are joined. Every time I let go of a grievance, I send a message. Wake up from the dream of death. That is my only real purpose.
Lesson 19. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am never alone. Everything I think, say, or do teaches the whole universe.
The universe is the one mind we all share. I can choose to think, speak, and act with the Holy Spirit or the ego. Jesus reminds me that I am always choosing between oneness and separation.
A son of God's thoughts, words, and actions always matter. He is never alone. This means I have the power to help change every mind because God's power is in me.
I cannot change your mind for you, just like Jesus cannot change mine. But I can be an example of someone who has chosen differently, showing that we are all connected. Jesus is a teacher, not someone who makes choices for us. He once told Helen that he could not take away her fear because she was the one choosing it. He can only remind her to be careful with her thoughts. We all have the power to choose love over fear, but no one can do it for us.
Lesson 20. I'm determined to see. I know my thoughts are shared, so I choose to see clearly. I want to see signs that the world's thinking has changed.
What I see in the world comes from what I send out. If I send out love, I see love. If I send out fear, I see fear. When I am angry or upset, it means I have sent out thoughts of guilt and separation. But if I see kindness and hope, I have chosen love instead. The world shows me what I have decided in my mind. Once I see this, I can choose again.
I want to see proof that love has replaced fear, laughter has replaced tears, and abundance has replaced loss. I choose to see the real world and learn that my will is the same as God's.
We can know what choice we have made by paying attention to how we see the world. Perception is not just facts, it is how we interpret things. Jesus is not asking us to look at objects, but at how we see people and situations. Do we see love and unity, or separation and fear? What we see shows us what we have chosen. If we see love or a call for love, we have chosen the truth. This choice leads us to the real world and the joyful memory of being one with God.